Hours after NBA Commissioner Adam Silver banned Clippers owner Donald Sterling for life, Floyd Mayweather Jr. said he'd like to get a group together to buy the Los Angeles Clippers. I'm Jim Basquill with the latest ESPN headlines. Mayweather Jr., of course, is in Las Vegas, where he will fight Marcos Maidana on Saturday night, and that is where ESPN boxing insider Dan Rafael is as well. Dan, in addition to Mayweather himself, who would compromise this ownership, this potential ownership group for the Clippers?
Well, Jimmy said himself, obviously, and then he mentioned the people that are closest to him in business. That's Al Heyman, his advisor, who has made tremendous amounts of money in the entertainment business, involved in the music industry as well as in boxing. Richard Schaefer, who is the chief executive officer of Golden Boy Promotions and a close friend of Floyd's, and Richard has been promoting Mayweather's fight since 2007. And then Leonard Ellerbe, who was probably Floyd's closest friend and advisor, who is also the chief executive of Mayweather Promotions, which is his own promotion company. So he's talked about those three guys himself, and then he mentioned, without naming names, and a few other of my billionaire friends.
my billionaire guys, that's right. Dan, what is Floyd Mayweather Jr. worth?
You know, it's hard to say what he's worth because you don't know how much he spends, how much he saves, what kind of investments he has, what kind of property he has. I do know that in 2013, just in terms of the minimum purses that he earned for two fights against Saul Canelo Alvarez and Robert Guerrero, he was paid a minimum of $73.5 million, and on top of that probably made much, much more because the Canelo Alvarez fight set the all-time record in boxing for highest grossing fight, and so he was responsible for getting a lot of that overage once his minimum was paid. So, he may have made $90 million last year. But even if he goes and he looks to really seriously get involved in the sweepstakes to try to buy the Clippers, if in fact they even become for sale, he's not going to do it by himself. He's going to have a group, and he'll be one of the faces of the ownership group, similar to Wayne Magic Johnson is with the Dodgers or Michael Jordan was with the Bobcats.
He said he wants more than just a 3 or 4% ownership stake. He wants a solid percentage. Is there any indication from your conversations that there's stiff competition right off the bat with interest to buy that team?
Well, I'm sure that if it comes for sale, Floyd Mayweather and whatever group he may cobble together is going to not be the only group that's interested in buying the team. There was an article in the LA Times where they referenced music entertainment mogul David Geffen, who's worth a whole lot more money than Floyd Mayweather's. He's worth in the billions, talked about his interest in perhaps buying this team if it came on the market. And I'm sure there'll be plenty of other groups that will want to invest and buy a basketball team in the Los Angeles market. I mean, I would think that people with money, that would be, a good investment and also a lot of fun.
Dan Rafael, ESPN boxing insider in Las Vegas to cover the Floyd Mayweather Jr. Marcos Maidana fight on hand, as Floyd Mayweather Jr. says he'd be interested in getting together a group to buy the Los Angeles Clippers. Dan, thanks for the insight.
Thanks a lot, Jim. I'm gonna go now call my billionaire friends too.
You, of course, can read more about this story right here on ESPN.com. With the latest ESPN headlines, I'm Jim Basquill.